everyone.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back.
Yeah, today's video is basically going to be about us telling you guys why we basically gave our lives to Christ. So Valerie's gonna start with her story.
Yeah, guys. I was brought up in a Christian household. From a young age, I knew God and I was attending church regularly. Every Sunday with my family. So like God wasn't, he wasn't unknown to me. So I knew him, but as I was growing up, to be honest, I wouldn't say I was walking with God like how I was supposed to walk with him. So I came to the realization that I was just a church goer because I wasn't really applying the principles of God or whatever I was hearing at church in my life. Do you understand? So I would go to church, but it wouldn't really change me. Like I would go and come back and be the same. So 50-50 all around, like going back in circles. So then last year I just decided that I really wanted to have a relationship with God, which obviously is different to being a church goer. So I wanted to seek God for myself beside going to church. So really knowing God the way I know my friends, the way I know people, like I really wanted to know him as well. So I just started to attend like Bible studies and would go to church events and stuff. So also I would start praying more. I was praying before, but I was praying more, like putting more effort. So reading the word, understanding and trying really hard to apply it in my life because I wanted to know who God is. I wanted to know his ways, like really have a relationship with him. So that's how I surrendered all to God. So from this year, early March, that's when I fully decided to give my all to God, and since then it's been a great decision that I've ever made because my life, to be honest, isn't the same. God has really helped me and also showed me that he loves me and he's there. Like he reveals himself to me, and the fact that I have a purpose, I came to discover who I am. Like back then I didn't really know who I was, so now I know who God is and I know who I am and the purpose that I'm on this earth for. So I would encourage everyone watching this video that to really give your life to Christ and let him take control.
Yeah, like similarly to Valerie, I was also brought up into a Christian family. I used to go to church, all of that stuff, but it was always like I was in and out, so I never really gave God my 100%. It was always 50%. So I used to go to church, listen to the word, but still go back into my old ways. And it wasn't until earlier this year, like February, my last year of uni, that I actually started really focusing on God, as in like reading the Bible more, surrounding myself with the right people, and trying to change my ways. I believe that it's actually the best decision I've made as well, because it's like when you're in and out of a relationship, you're not stable, and yes, it's like you're in two worlds, and it really does affect you. So the times when I was seeking God but not 100%, he was there, but it's like I didn't have him 100%. So I really wasn't happy. Like I believe that a lot of people cover up, because that's exactly what I used to do. Like I used to go out with my friends. I was surrounded with a lot of people. I used to go raves and do all of that stuff, but behind closed doors it was a totally different story. Like I was never happy, and I feel like that's what the devil does. Like he knows what he's doing. Like it's like when you're around people you're happy, but when you're by yourself with your thoughts, he puts all sorts of negativity in you, and it's like until you actually let God fully, you will never be able to actually experience God. So really and truly, I was just sick and tired of going in and out. Like I was just sick and tired of portraying to the world that I was happy, when really and truly behind closed doors it was a different story. So earlier this year, my last year of uni, I had an encounter with God, to be honest. Like, I just cried out to him. I really, you know, told him that this is the last time. I don't want to keep doing this again. Like, it's not easy, you know. So we're not sitting here trying to say that, yeah, you know, it's easy. No, it's not. It's a challenge every day, but it's like you have to actually want it in your heart. That goes with everything in life. Like, if you want to be successful, you're gonna put in work. Like, you're gonna put your 100%. You're gonna work hard, wake up early, do what you have to do. So it's the same thing with seeking God. So you really have to want it so much. And I personally didn't see a purpose. I didn't have a purpose. I didn't feel like I didn't know what I was in the world for. I was just in the world, but I wasn't happy. I didn't know where I was going. But it's like, as soon as I actually gave my all to Christ, like to God, I actually started seeing things changing. Like, I've let go of so many things. Like, I just personally think that I'm actually a better person now. You know, it really changes you, and until you have an encounter with God, you will never really understand when someone is actually talking about God. So really and truly, we just wanted to obviously share this story with you guys, so that in hopefully you'll be able to be encouraged, and you know, it will push you to actually, you know, go for it, because it's not easy. Like, you have to let go of a lot of things, and we are made of flesh. You know, our flesh wants the things of the world, such as, you know, there's so many things that, you know, we want as humans. But it's like, when you come to God, you have to actually be disciplined and try and, you know, like, please him instead of pleasing your flesh. So we definitely like encourage you guys, and also we believe that, like, there's a misconception that when you come to God, you're perfect, or, you know, you're trying to paint a picture that you don't go through things, or, you know, all of that stuff. That's just rubbish. Like, we're still human. Do you understand what I mean? Like, we still go through stuff. We're imperfect, but the difference is that we acknowledge our imperfections, and we come to God for him to make us perfect. That's the difference, you know, because people think that, yeah, I remember when I was at uni, I was, you know, still in and out of my relationship with God, and this guy came to me. I was trying to obviously be close to God, so I was, you know, trying to be away from, you know, the things that would hinder my relationship with him. So this guy came up to me. There was an event happening, I remember that day, and he was like, oh, are you going to the event happening? It was a rave basically. And I was like, no, I'm not going. And then his response was like, oh, are you Virgin Mary? And I was thinking, that doesn't make sense. Like, just because I'm trying to be different doesn't mean that I think I'm perfect or I'm better than you. I just acknowledge that I'm different. So people need to take away that misconception, because it's not true, you know? So we really do encourage you guys to try. It's not easy, but it's a battle every day, but you just have to want it a lot for God to reveal himself to you. Obviously that means cutting out certain things, reading the Bible more, attending church more often, and surrounding yourself with the right people, really. So that's the message. You have anything to add, Valerie?
No.
Okay, well, we hope to see you guys in our next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.